hello, and welcome to the Stephanie M. Seaton Sunday Show. Tonight we have an amazing episode. I've got my new friend here, Mr. Motivator Carl Roberts in the house.
Woo! Motivator, the motivator. How you doing, Stephanie?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Welcome, Carl. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. We are going to be talking tonight about his program called Rise and Elevate. It's a whole movement. He's got a podcast, a motivational speaker, got several videos where he has them on Facebook as well as YouTube. He's going to give you a lot of the different places where you can find him here in just a moment, but very positive, very motivating. I've had the pleasure of kind of being in a social circle to get to meet him and always smiling. Mr. Carl's always smiling. Okay. So he's that one person that you want to bump into when you're not having a so good day because he's always smiling. That's why they call him the motivator.
Motivator, get you back
The
on track.
motivator. So listen. I'm happy again to have you here, Mr. Carl. Um, I kind of generally ask this question to most of my guests. So the first question, because we want to get to know you, the person, as well as know your platform. So tell us, who is Carl Roberts?
Carl Roberts. Oh man, Carl Roberts. That's just what it's. I'm ready for the Carl Roberts. Carl Roberts just pops out everywhere. Carl Roberts. Carl Roberts was this little kid from five. As long as I can remember, 5 years old, that had it instilled in him to motivate somebody from the age of
Wow.
7 years old. Carl Roberts. God had his hand on me since as far as I can remember, since I was 7 years old, guys. That's
Okay.
what Carl Roberts is. And Carl Roberts always was to motivate somebody, encourage somebody, to give somebody
Hmm.
some words of encouragement to go to the next level. It don't matter if it's my little brother, my little cousin. It don't matter if it was my sister. It don't matter who
Yeah.
it was. I was
Yeah.
always the person to make somebody happy and make somebody smile. And I love.
Wow.
I got a big heart, so I got to do what my calling is. So
Yeah.
it grew up to Carl Roberts as a dad, raising kids, and Carl Roberts was the number one dad at there too, as well, guys. My
Okay.
oh yeah, I can
So
keep
you
going.
knew your purpose at a really young age.
I didn't know it at a young age, but as I look back on it, then I knew what my purpose was, as and
Right.
the reason why I was always that person to come to and to talk to and to make somebody smile.
Right. And you know what? That is needed so much, especially like I know it's kind of cliche to say in the times that we live in, but people are going through so much, Carl. And I mean, it is a big deal. You hear so much about teenage bullying, teenage suicide, even with the younger kids now. It's so much going on that we have to have programs like Rise and Elevate that help kids, not only kids, but adults as well. Because I know your age is like what, 5 to 95,
Yeah.
to be able to, get some positive influence. So tell me well, first, why did you create Rise and Elevate? Tell me why you created the movement.
I created the movement, first of all, about when I came up. I seen how I came up and I was a bad kid. Or I didn't think I was a bad kid, but society said I was a bad kid.
Okay.
As me coming up at a younger age, coming up, going through the system, going through juvenile system,
Mm,
always in the back of a squad car, like,
yeah.
Lord, what's going on? If you just give me one more chance, I'll stay out of trouble.
Right.
So back in the day, when I come up, I would get a slap on the wrist for whatever I
Mm,
did. So they put you right back at there. Or,
yeah.
they put you on probation or whatever. But
Hmm.
nowadays, same things that I did
Hmm.
in the instance, the little kids do it now, they gonna get sent up the road. So
Yeah.
I want to stop that before it happens. So that's what
Yeah.
Riding Elevators is about. I'm giving back. I want to give back so you won't have to go through the same steps I did, and you'll go
Yeah.
over that bridge at a good pace where you can cross that bridge and go back over it. You can go up them stairs and up them steps, and you won't get in trouble. That's what the motivator is there for. So I
Yeah.
want you to stay from in front of that judge, because that
Yeah.
judge, for a young youth of African American descent, I'm African American, so that's what
Yeah.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about. You
Right.
get up and you worth around $43,000 in federal penitentiary a year, and then and just in a regular the regular penitentiary, you're worth, like a state penitentiary, you're worth about 20 some thousand dollars a year. But as you see, once, if you don't have a court appointed a lawyer, and you know,
Hmm.
the youth are now doesn't have a dad. The mom is looking after them. So if the mom is working all the time and they
Yeah.
at every day, they don't have they don't even have the money supporting the household. At the same time, if you get in trouble, now you got a court appointed lawyer. It's all it's a railroad, and it's a system that sets you up for the young man to be in there for 25 years. And
Yeah.
that's what I want to avoid. So that's the reason Rise and Elevate is here, because I want you to talk to you. So you'll say, you can't say, I didn't know, because the motivator is going to tell you. So you can't say it. You can't say you didn't know, because the motivator told you. Stay out of trouble. Don't do this. Don't do that. Stay from in front of that judge. And so
Yeah.
you want to sentence for all those years.
I see that we have several people chiming in. We've got Furman Jackson. Woo! Furman.
Ooh.
We've got Shanae, Gotta Get It Fleming, my new friend, trying to get me to get some Tiffany's cookies. We've got my friend Tracy Cooper as well. Furman said, I see lots of young males spending the rest of their lives in prison, which means a generation is being cut off. Wow.
Right.
Rise and elevate. He is speaking facts. Yeah, definitely speaking facts. And that's the sad part about it. Great movement. Yeah, that's the sad part about it is our culture. We have to be so conscious of
Mhm.
everything that we and our children do. You
Right.
know, our children can't just walk into a store and just look at things like, the next child. We have to be so careful that we look at it, put it back, or don't even touch it, so that they won't be accused of something just for being brown. And it's really sad that the system works that way. But then, we do have these situations where when they do get in some type of trouble,
Right.
it's really not even a fair shot from the beginning. Like you said, the system has this thing in place that the value of what they get to keep us or to get us and put us in these positions is ridiculous. Yeah, the court appointed lawyers work with the system, and we know that to be true.
That's
So
right.
we definitely need programs like this, Carl, so that we can help our youth as well as adults. Because what you're doing, this movement that you have, this Rise and Elevate movement, it's not just for youth, because we have grown men that have never been fathered. We have young boys, of course, that are in broken homes with single moms, but we have grown men that have never been fathered. And so to be able to be in a group with other men, other like-minded men, or men that can encourage them, that's a big deal.
Mhm.
So we kind of talked about why you created the group, and then so to put it into to play, we know that it's a movement, but it's also what? It's a podcast. Tell me all the dimensions of what Rise and Elevate are, because I know it's different parts to it.
It's always about rise and elevate. It's
Yeah.
all about you rise. And I tell people all the time when I see it, I say, if you're not rising, you're not elevating. Whatever it is I talk about is rise and elevate. I'm trying to instill that into them through their head.
Yeah.
I don't want it when it goes in one ear, I don't want it going back at the other. So every time they see me, if they see me, they're gonna see rise and elevate. When they hear me,
Right.
they rise and elevate. And it's all about rise and elevate for the kids, from anybody from 5 to 95. So
Mm-hmm.
I do audio podcasts, which is on Anchor, and I got
Okay.
segments where I'm talking and I give some encouragement. They can just pop the earpiece in their ear if they exercise and listen to the motivator. I'm motivating them to go to the next level. Whatever it is motivating. If I do a podcast, I started a podcast in 2020 with
Mm-hmm.
Rising. I started it on YouTube, Rise and Elevate, where I'm encouraging somebody, encouraging kids to go to the next level, encouraging adults. Because it don't mean just because you're an adult that you're still grown. You
Right.
might be of age, but you still may not be grown in the head. So I'm still
Yeah.
talking. It's many people that I get next to or talk to, and they say, "Well, I didn't know that." They might say,
Mm-hmm.
"I've had an instance where he say, I didn't know you. I see you brushing your teeth all the time, Carl." I said, "Yeah, I didn't know you're supposed to brush the back of your teeth and all that." I said, "Huh?"
Mm.
So it's things just like that, just little simple things that we don't know
Yeah.
if we wasn't taught. So I want to teach them every little bitty aspect of whatever they need to do to go to the next level so they can reach back. My thing is I'm reaching back. The only thing to repay me, I didn't say like repay me money. Reach back
Right.
and grab the next brother and help them up. And if we
Yeah.
community, we keep reaching back and we go through every household. My
Yeah.
household does positive things. The next
Yeah.
household does positive things. Your household does positive things, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Everybody just keep doing the same thing, and then you will see it going up. Now we're going up to the next level. Now we
Yeah.
all rise and elevate. Now we're
That's
coming
right.
together. So rise and
Yeah.
elevate, or our rise and elevate is togetherness. That's what the
Yeah.
rise and elevate is about. That's why I say
Unity.
rising, you ain't elevating.
Unity and mentorship, all of us coming up together. I think that is amazing, very needed. Just like Tracy in the comments said, mentorship is needed. We need mentorship on every levels, male, female, young, and old. There's some of us who have been through more things than others, and I believe that the Lord brings us through those things because we are supposed to reach back. Like you said, Carl, we're supposed to reach back and help the next person.
That's right.
What kind of sense would it make for us to go through a situation, survive it, and keep the knowledge to ourselves and see the next person struggling? So I definitely agree with you that when the Lord blesses us to go through some things or gives us insight or knowledge, we are definitely supposed to help the next person. So we've got Furman here. He says, when I go to work, I take a travel package as toothbrush, toothpaste, mouthwash, and cologne. Yeah, there's a lot of people who, yeah, they just haven't been taught basic things like that. We have lost it. It takes a village mentality. We need to get back to that. You're right, Tracy. I mean, definitely, we definitely need to think about the village
That's
and
right.
think about ourselves as a team because you know your home, you may have been exposed to something different, right? And
Right.
maybe I was exposed to something different. It doesn't mean it's bad or good, but if it helps us share the information,
That's right. You're exactly
yeah. Furman says, let me see what Furman said. I put my work uniforms in the cleaners. Yeah. And that's also self care, taking care of yourself. We need to teach more
right.
of our people, men and women, to do self care, take care of ourselves.
You have to.
Um, my
Hygiene.
thing,
Hygiene.
yes, hygiene. Hygiene is a must. My
That
thing is, if you can't help me, please don't hurt me. Whoa, that was deep right there. That was deep. Firma said, I paid a housekeeping company to deep clean my townhouse. Yeah, so it's just certain things that we need to learn how to do for ourselves, and just spread it so that we make it a universal thing that we're all learning and growing together. Now, let's talk about doing good business and people reaching back because we talked about that. Does your program ever go out in the community? And if so, I think I saw some video clips of you guys. What are some things that you and Rise and Elevate have done out in the community?
I do walks in the community. I do like even in the community I do stuff at the gym like exercising and eating right because I think it starts with exercising and getting maintaining a good eating habit regimen. You
Okay.
know where it'll get your blood circulating. Getting to walking, getting on the treadmill. Not having to eat them same choices that you came up with. You don't have to eat pork chops anymore, fried foods anymore.
Right,
You can
right.
you can eat grilled chicken, grilled fish. You don't have to drink sodas. You can replace it with water. Replace your sugar with something that's not so much sugar. You know,
Yeah,
just replace it so it can better you. Because at the end of the day, you want to better you. Because if you got kids and you got sons and daughters, you want to be there for your sons and daughters. So you
that's
want
right.
you want to be the one that has a good health. You want to be able to go to the game. You want to go to the
Yeah,
baseball game. You want to go
yeah,
to the volleyball game. And you don't want to say, well, my mom couldn't make it because You know, she was eating them snacks she was eating.
Them Twinkies.
Them Twinkies
She
had
had
me
too many Twinkies.
in the bed. But she said she was
Listen,
she had a
Tracy,
yeah,
yeah,
she had a good protein, boy, so she was able to get up to the game.
that's right. She could rise and elevate.
She could rise and elevate.
Tracy Cooper said, "Do you go to schools and churches to speak?"
I have been to the schools, but I haven't went to the church. I
Okay,
want
so
to. I want if Tracy, if I can get with her and get with some more schools and churches, I'll be more than delighted to do that. I want to get back into the schools and the churches. I do want to get in that avenue. I do want to go to that avenue. So if anybody out there want to motivate her, I'll be there. Trust me. I give you my
okay, and we're going to share his information here shortly, where you'll be able to get in touch with him, Tracy, for a mentorship program. Everything starts with self first. Yes, prisons and jails. Some kids only meals are at schools. That is true. That's why it's very important to have programs like Rise and Elevate and mentorship. I started listening to the sleep meditation app while I'm sleeping and when I'm off at night. These are very good things, putting together a budget. All of this is self-care that we
exact.
really need to, to take a hold of for ourselves. Let me see here. This one says, put a budget together for yourself and household. Tracy said that would be great. So she's going to reach out to you, Carl,
Okay.
so that she can see about you coming to her church. She's in the Dallas area, and that would be really great. And then everything starts with a mindset. Yes, which brings me to this. I was thinking about what the things that we talk about, and I was thinking about this, and so I said Proverbs 23:7. Mr. Carl, got to figure out where Mr. Carl went. He'll be back here in just a moment. But we were talking about Proverbs 23:7. And it is, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So it is very important how we think. Let me help Carl get back on here. Let's see. Okay, there he is.
Boy, I get smarter by the day. I get smarter
Don't
by the
leave,
day.
don't leave,
Still
Carl,
pop
don't
back.
leave.
You can't keep. You cannot keep me. I'm
No,
coming back.
no. So I was just saying that,
But you were saying something about the mindset.
yeah, Furman said everything
You,
starts with the
you saying
mind.
about the mindset?
Yeah, Furman said everything starts with the mindset. And I was reminded of Proverbs 23:7
Every
that says, as a man thinketh in his heart,
yeah,
so is he.
everything's about the mindset. You have to train your
Yeah,
mind. You have to
yeah,
train your mind.
yeah. And how do we do that? How do we do that?
Oh yeah.
Do we do that? Do the I guess part of how we do that would be the motivational speaking, the words that we speak, right? Speaking words that have life. Can you hear me? Let me see. We have a couple of comments. Everything starts in the mindset. Yes, but you can have to unlearn and relearn certain things. Yes, yes. And then let's see. Make sure you're on time in your business and place of employment. All about being born again
I,
on a spiritual
you said
standpoint.
somebody as a man thinketh in his
So is
heart.
he. Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
You said I'm thinking. You said you cut out a little bit, but you said as a man thinketh. So
Yeah.
I'm saying by keeping a
As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And so that has to do with making sure that we're thinking the right thoughts. Let me see if I do this. Can you hear me better?
yeah, just keeping a positive mindset.
Yeah, yeah, definitely a positive mindset. Let's see. He ran off, Tracy. And then
Let
the
me see.
first step
Cause I
is to
think
be
my.
honest with yourself. Yeah,
Let me see if I can get on here.
definitely being honest with yourself. Um, so we talked. Can you hear me now, Carl? Can you hear me better? Can you hear me better, Carl?
Can you hear me now?
I can now. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Stephanie?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So we were talking about having the
Can you hear
right
me?
mindset. Did you have mentors growing up, Carl?
Yeah, it has a it has a little drag. I see it.
You can't hear me? We're going to take a commercial break and then we'll be back in just a moment, okay?
Join us on a transformative journey of self discovery, redemption, and faith in Stephanie M. Seaton's The Woman at the Well. This compelling composition underscores the enduring presence of the Lord's boundless love and grace, offering forgiveness and transformation. Don't miss your opportunity to discover a path to wholeness, forgiveness, and eternal love. Get your copy on Amazon.com today.
You know.
All right, Mr. Carl, can you hear me now?
I can hear you well. I hear you good.
Okay, very good. All right, so we just had a couple of promotional videos, as you saw there. We also have a open discussion going to be on tomorrow night. Excuse me, not tomorrow night, Saturday night. It is going to be an open discussion with my co-author and friend, Mr. U. Rodriguez Underwood, is going to have a conversation. It's going to be about men being transparent, being open, letting go, and letting God. So Carl, make sure you tune in for that. That's going to be on Saturday night. We're going to be doing a live. Okay.
Oh, you know I'm not. You know I'm not. My boy, Mr. U.
All
Mr.
right.
U in the house. I love it. I love it. I love it.
So we talked about keeping our mindset right. We talked about your podcast. How often do you do your podcast, Mr. Carl?
Well, I'm getting back on my podcast. I was doing it every week, every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Every Wednesday night. I did the Anchor app, which was audio. I did it for 2 years for audio every Wednesday night. Then I switched to a podcast. I did it every night. But now I've been brainstorming. I started networking. That's why I met you guys at.
Right,
I started
right,
meeting. God said you need to come from behind that desk and go see your people. So
right,
that's what I did. So I've been out there networking, and I've been networking, and it been coming. It been coming just like it's already written.
right.
Just like it's written. I sit there and pray, and that's what it's doing.
So God
Okay.
is everything. God is everything, guys. I'm telling you. If you don't know, pray about it. If you don't know,
Definitely.
you need him to
Definitely.
lead you the right way. Pray about it. Ask him to lead you the right way. He will
And
lead
he
you the
will
right
do
way.
it. He will
So
do it. Everything starts and finishes with Jesus.
that's right.
Let's see. Furman says, I make notes for myself, especially when I'm reading something that stands out in yellow highlighted that he can apply to his life. That's a very good thing. Rebuilding mode, rebuilding himself, getting things done with a strong foundation for himself. And then he says, always invest in yourself. And definitely. Tracy says, God will direct your steps for sure. Yes, yes, yes. We definitely want to definitely surrender our will to the will of the Lord, because that's how we're successful in life, is when we give up our own control and allow the Lord's Holy Spirit to lead and guide and direct us. So let me talk to me a little bit about Carl. I know you kind of looked into your background. It kind of said that you feel like this was your purpose, the purpose from the Lord. What do you say to somebody that's seeking to find their purpose? How did this come about for you that you found your purpose? And what do you say to somebody that's looking for purpose in life?
You know, first of all, like I did, I can use me. I cleared my mind. So I was going out of town. Whatever you got to do to, to clear your mind, whatever it is, like whatever, find out what you like to do, and then you clear your mind. Once you get a clear head, a clear mind, then it'll come to you. So then you have to pray about it, ask God to keep that faith in God, and so it can lead you the right way. And after you stay focused and you clear your mind, then it'll come to you. The words will come to you. The
Right.
people will come to you. He'll put somebody around you where you would open your eyes up. So then
Mm-hmm.
you sit back, and if you some person like me that like to talk a lot, I sit
Mm-hmm.
back and stop talking.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
I need
Carl,
to
I like to
listen.
talk too.
So
I
so
like to
I
talk
need
too. It's all right.
Yeah, so I figured, let me listen now. I was talking too much, so let me listen. So now as I listen,
Yeah.
then it then it popped out. Then I knew what I was supposed to be doing. So it came to me
Keisha's
what
in
my
the
purpose is.
building. Yep. Keisha's in the building. She said, rise and elevate, Carl.
Rise and elevate. We're going to the next level.
Yes.
But
Yeah, that's what it's about.
you have to
I
stay
just said that's what
consistent.
it's about for sure.
Yeah, and you have to stay consistent. You have to believe in yourself and have
Yeah.
faith. And once you have faith and you're consistent with it, can't nothing else stop you because
Yeah.
God got you.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
that's it. You have
Yeah.
you have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in you, then who gonna believe in you?
Wow. Yeah. That's a word right there, Carl. That's a word. That is a word. So how long have you been in motion with Rise and Elevate? How many years have we been in movement?
It started movement in 2019.
Okay.
2019, I did prison ministries in 2019, and it graduated from prison ministry from that. And
Okay.
it's been a stepping stone the whole time, going to different areas to better the motivator, which is Carl Roberts, and they know me as Rise and Elevate. But I'm here to do God's work, so that's what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
he's putting me in circles where I need to be at. To
Yeah.
and it's so amazing. It makes me so excited. I get too excited about it. And the circle that he puts you around, that's positive people, and
Yeah.
it's always a positive vibe the whole time, and you can feel it.
Yeah.
You feel the
Yeah.
spirit, you can feel the vibe, and it's just like a
Yeah.
magnet that's drawn to you.
I
So it's
must
been
say
a good
everybody
year,
is very
2019,
supportive.
and I love it. I love it.
I found that everybody in our circle is very supportive of each other, and that is amazing.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
That's a good feeling, because all of us have been brought together by networking and being business owners, but it's just this understood support system that's amazing.
And I
Yeah.
talked and I talked to Mr. U about it. We talked about it, and I said it's like you remember the show In Living Color.
Yeah.
And that's what I
Yeah.
think this all this is like in living color. And he's Keenan Ivory Wayans.
Keenan Ivory Wayans creating something, huh? Creating
Yeah,
the
so
atmosphere.
everybody is gonna be successful in every little branch. You know, everybody. So that's what it's like
Yeah,
a living color. This circle that we have is like a living color. That's what we
yeah.
see it as.
It's definitely a blessing to be affiliated with everyone. So I kind of looked up rise, and it says rise, move from a lower position to a higher one, come up or go up. I kind of like the way they said that. And then elevate, raise or lift something to a higher position, to exercise will naturally, elevate your chest and your head. Isn't that
Ooh,
something? They say
that
elevate your chest and your head, Carl. Fill it with your
that's
chest.
everything going to the top. That's
Yes,
everything
going
going
to
to the
the
top.
top, going to
That's
the top.
everything.
And that brings me to your motto. Your motto, rise to what is rise above any circumstance, rise to the top.
Rise to the top. We
Yeah,
gotta rise to the top, and we going to the mountaintop. We all going to the mountaintop. So I see it when I see it, when I visualize it.
yeah,
Everybody at the mountaintop, and we all holding hands and looking down.
yeah, yeah.
Ooh, we made it. We made it, and now we're gonna thing we gotta
Praise
do
the
is go
Lord.
back and bring everybody else up. That's
Yeah,
how we unite, and we come
yeah,
together, and that's how we
yeah,
all rise and elevate.
yeah, yeah. I think that it's amazing the vision that you have. I think your movement is it's going to go far for you, Carl. It's going to go far for you because you represent the brand. Like I said, the first time we were at the same event, I didn't actually get to speak to you, but I saw you in the pictures and you stood out. You were just smiling.
I, I'm always smiling.
And I
I'm
said, "Who
always
is this?"
smiling.
I said,
They
"Who
think
is
I'm
this
upset with
man?"
because I smile all the time. They say
Huh?
he doing something, something wrong. He doing something bad. He's up to something. I just smile.
No, yeah, it's your energy. And I said I didn't see him at the event, but all the group pictures when everybody was posting their pictures, I said, who is this man that's smiling in all these pictures? And so they told me that's Carl. He's always smiling. And I said, I would have to meet Carl because you just exude happiness. And
Oh
that is
yeah.
a good thing. That is a good thing to have.
Oh
It
yeah.
doesn't mean that you've necessarily been through all happiness and joy, but the fact that you have the ability to overcome those things and now
That's
to
right.
be able to motivate other people, I mean, that's a blessing.
That's a
Yeah,
blessing. I love
that's
it.
a
I love
blessing.
it. I love it. I
Let's
love
see.
it.
We've got Furman. Furman says you're supposed to rise up, everyone. Definitely, definitely.
There
Got
you
to
go,
rise
Furman.
up. Carl,
Your boy
let's
Furman
see.
Jackson, Mr. Jackson.
He's Furman said
Your boy
Carl is a
Furman
great
Jackson.
man. Stephanie, love your spirit. We love you too, Furman. Thank you so much.
Love you too,
Furman
man.
Furman is a great man. He's doing great things on his platform as well. I had the pleasure of being on his platform on last week, and just a amazing opportunity. He's talking to some amazing guests that are being able to share some amazing stories, Carl. And I know you've been watching as well.
I'm always watching Mr. Jackson. I'm always
Yes, yes. Sometimes Tracy says sometimes we need some help. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We
and I
all
said
need
it just
help and
like Tracy just
encouragement.
said. Sometimes we need some help, and sometimes I always say, "Who gonna motivate the motivator? Who gonna motivate the
Hey,
motivator?
hey,
The
listen.
motivator needs motivated." So that's
Yeah,
why I love this circle because it's not a
yeah,
dull moment. Somebody is
yeah,
gonna motivate the motivator. Only thing I
yeah,
do is say it, and somebody gonna say, "You can do something.
yeah,
You got the gift. You
yeah.
can do whatever thing you want to do in life."
Yeah. And I like to always throw some word in there. So the Bible says the power of life and death is in the tongue. So that means what we say becomes life because the words that the Lord speaks when he created the Bible, they're life. And so for that, we have to encourage each other with the word too. I pulled some scriptures here also. And I kind of thought about what you do with rise and elevate. And this kind of goes into that same vein if you're taking notes or something like that, these are some scriptures that say who we are and who Christ is to us. And these are some scriptures that help us to rise and elevate. The first one I have is Psalms 139, verse 13. And then also Psalms 127, verse 16. Psalms 139, verse 14. And so I'll read this one. It says, "For thou hast possessed my reins, thou hast covered me in my mother's womb." Even before we came about, we were already covered and protected. And then Psalms 139 and 14, "I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well." I mean, listen, when God made us, he broke the mold. We are all, wonderful in his eyes, and we need to get that revelation so that we can begin to treat ourselves as such, and realize that we are kings and queens in his eyes, and we need to work together so that we can have that kingdom here on earth, and treat each other in such a way. Let's see, Carl, we've got a couple more comments. Okay, let's see. Furman said he's got to get us back on his podcast again. Okay, Furman. And then we've got Miss Tracy. Miss Tracy said, "Preach, sis." Hey, Tracy, I get stirred up, girl. And then Furman says, "I'm just excited like a child on Christmas morning." Wow. Fearfully and wonderfully made. Yes. And he said, "The I am." Oh, yeah. And we know that the Lord is I am. I am everything that you need, no matter what you need. And then he sends along a Carl Roberts to be the motivator.
Motivator. I love it. I
Yes,
love it.
yes.
We all.
Yes, Miss Tracy said, yes, you do. Listen, we're going to take one more short commercial break, and then we're going to come back. We're going to have some closing thoughts from Mr. Carl, and he's going to tell us how to get in touch with him on all of his different platforms. So stay tuned. It'll be just a moment.
Get your copy of The Church Furrow by acclaimed author Stephanie Seaton. This compelling story follows a young woman's journey of redemption through faith and community after straying from the path of righteousness. Rediscover her purpose and meaning in life. Available now on popular online book sites. Don't miss out on The Church Furrow, a transformative tale resonating with the power of faith and self-discovery.
All right, and we are back. Listen, Mr. Carl, it has been amazing having you here on the platform. I'm glad we had an opportunity to chit chat, and
It's going too fast.
definitely. What'd you say?
It's going too fast.
It's going too fast.
Yeah.
Listen, we'll do it. We'll have to do it again. We'll definitely have to do it again. Tell me, what are your closing thoughts? What do you say to the man, the woman, the girl, the boy that's struggling and looking for motivation in all the wrong places? What do you say to them to encourage them?
I would say connect with yourself. Connect with yourself. Work on yourself.
Yeah.
Have patience with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, train your mind. It's all about your mindset.
Yeah.
Day in and day out. You know, if you do hang around people, you know, my motto is no negative nothing. So
Yeah.
I don't care who you hanging around. They have to, whoever you hang around, I don't care if it's the person you're sleeping right next to, they have to be a positive person.
Yeah.
Because if they're not positive, you're going to pick up them same traits. If it's
Yeah.
a negative trait or a positive trait, whatever it is, you're going to pick it up. You want to
Right.
be around a positive trait so you can extend yourself to the next level. That's a
Yeah.
part of you rising and elevating. And
Yeah.
if you sit back and watch, and you sit back and look, and you see yourself not rising and elevating, you need to look back and see what you're doing wrong. So when
Right.
you look back and you see what choices you made, you can't get another puzzle. You know, put another piece of the puzzle together. And once you put
Yeah.
that 100-piece puzzle together, and at the end of the day, you're gonna go to the next level.
Yeah.
Don't keep putting it and trying to stuff different pieces, and you know they don't match.
Mm.
Stop trying to match a piece of the puzzle that don't go together.
Ooh, that's a word right there. Hey, yeah,
I'm telling you,
that's a word right there.
and it
That
might
is
not
a
go together,
word.
but you got
Yeah.
one life to live, guys. You got one
Yeah.
life. So I
Yeah.
want to see you guys get it together. And get it together is connecting with yourself. Once you
Yeah.
connect with yourself, and that's part of doing this right here, they
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And for the
So
guys
once,
that are men out there, strive to
yeah.
be a high value man.
Yeah.
Because the women, they want you to strive. We got to strive. We the leaders, guys.
Yeah.
Strive. And
Yeah.
everybody else is watching. The women is watching. Your moms is watching.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to tell you. I got to motivate you, though. You got to
Yeah.
strive to be a man.
Yeah.
And everybody else, your aunties, your uncles, your nieces, nephews, everybody watching you. You're going to come up. You're going to rise and elevate. You're going to go to the next level. So make
That's right.
the best choices that you can make, and make the best change in your life that you can make to better yourself. And you will go to the next level. Trust me, you will go to the next level. Just believe in
Yeah.
yourself, guys. I'm telling you. I love it. I love it. I love it. Anybody. And if you
Yeah.
I keep on going. Go ahead, Stephanie. You got me
Carl,
going.
Carl
I
the
get excited,
motivator.
guys.
Woo!
I get excited.
Hey, I'm just letting you go. But listen, you're right. We've got to get to a place of self care, of loving ourselves, and then loving our fellow man, our sisters and brothers, and encouraging each other. If we, know that we can stand in the gap for somebody by giving them a word of knowledge or a helping hand. Listen, that's what we're here to do, is help each other to become the best version of ourselves. And so, of course, the way that we get in tune with ourselves is by method of the Holy Spirit. We pray and ask the Lord to help us, to show us ourselves, because in order for you to be able to get to be the person that the Lord wants you to be, and to be this person that's full of self-care, guess what? This is the part people don't like, Carl. You got to have a mirror in your face so you can see yourself.
Right, right. And you know
Yeah.
what I did, Stephanie? You know what I
What's
did?
that?
What I did, I stopped trying to figure it out myself
Yeah.
and let God figure it out.
Yeah.
Stop trying to figure it out yourself. Let
Yeah.
God do the work. He'll lead you
Yeah.
the right way.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
I did.
true. That's true. We've got to be willing to do the work too. Once he shows us ourselves, then we've got to be willing to do the work, right?
That's right. And
Yeah.
then you do what you got to do until you can do what you want to do.
Woo,
Oh,
Tracy. Tracy said that mirror can be cold blooded at times.
oh, you sure right.
That's true. Faith without works is dead. But yes, a lot of times, they say don't break mirrors, but when you start seeing yourself in that mirror in a way you didn't really want to see yourself, a lot of us want to throw those mirrors and break them, don't we? But God, right? But God.
You ain't lying. You are not lying on that one. God,
Yes. Well,
I
listen,
love
thank
it. I
you
love it. I love
so
it.
much, Carl, for being here tonight. Tracy, Furman, Keisha, everybody that tuned in. Mr. Furman, you were a 10, dude. You were a 10. I think it's so amazing, again, how we all support each other. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this broadcast. Mr. Carl Roberts, Rise and Elevate. Tell them how they can get in touch with you, Carl, on your different platforms.
Y'all can most definitely Facebook. I'm at Rise and Elevate Facebook. All one word, Rise and Elevate Facebook. You see it on the wall. Rise and Elevate. You can reach me at my email at Rise and Elevate CR, which is Carl Roberts, Rise and Elevate CR at gmail.com. Or you can reach me on TikTok at symbol at Rise and Elevate. You can reach me there at TikTok, and I can get you some. We get some dancing moves, we get some aerobics going on, we get some fitness, we get some eating right, we get all that on TikTok. I'm up
Yeah,
there I'm for everybody. We planting
yeah.
seeds, and we gonna grow. We planting seeds in 2024, and we gonna grow. Do you understand me? Woo!
Listen. If you didn't know, you have been motivated by Carl the Motivator.
Motivator. Thank you for having Stephanie. Thank you for
Thank
having
you,
me.
thank you, thank you, thank you again for tuning in to tonight's episode of the Stephanie M. Seaton Sunday Show. Again, we are having multiple episodes now. We have stepped up the game. We are having some amazing interviews with some amazing guests. So stay tuned to all of the guests that we'll be having on our show. Follow me on Facebook, Stephanie M. Seaton. You can also follow the Stephanie M. Seaton Sunday Show, which is also on Facebook. And Mr. U stepped into the scene right before the end.
Oh,
So
Mr.
we've got
You.
Mr. U in the house, and so thank you so much to everybody that played a part in tonight's show. Please share, like, tag, let everybody know. Rise and Elevate. Mr. Carl is available and looking for opportunities in schools and churches, anywhere that he can be a motivation to those in need. He said that he previously had been into prisons. So listen, he is here to spread the word of motivation and self-care. So don't forget, Carl Roberts, Rise and
Rise and
Elevate.
Elevate. And
Rise and Elevate.
Stephanie, I also do free Zoom for the kids. So I look after the youth. I do free Zoom for the kids, for the youth.
Okay, okay.
And right, you
So
can reach me at Rise and Elevate Facebook there.
okay, Rise and Elevate Facebook. He also does free Zooms, and that is for mentorship. Is that for mentorship, Carl?
That's right. That's right.
That's right. Okay. Very good. So single moms, and this kind of hits home for a lot of us, single moms. If you're looking for a solution, you're looking for somebody to give your children, especially your young men, a conversation, a talk. Mr. Carl has Rise and Elevate here for the conversation. So again, thank you so much. Stay tuned to the next episode. It won't be long. Thank you, thank you, thank you.